Hi, I'm Matt O'Neill. I am the chairperson of Down Syndrome Advisory Network Victoria. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the land. I would also like to pay my respects to elders past and present and to emerging. Today I am on the Wurundjeri land, Wamajeka, which means welcome to Victoria. In 2020 I started my role as chairperson of the Down Syndrome Advisory Network Victoria. The Advisory Network is a group of 7 adults with Down syndrome. We are paid for the work we do. Thanks for the partnership with the Australian Government. Our group gives advice, feedback and support. We make sure the voice of people with Down syndrome is heard. For me, having a paid job where I get to make decisions make me feel proud. We meet every month. We talk about issues in our community and work together and to address them. We work on things like education, health, employment and events. We give a voice to people with Down syndrome. Each member works with a different part of DSB to make sure people with Down syndrome have an impact. This year we have made 10 videos that you can see on social media. Being in 3 podcasts, it was the best moment of my life to be in a podcast with my hero Dylan Alcock, give 4 speeches, hosted over 10 social club events, co-host an event at Werribee Zoo, added to the staging plan and the annual report, and in present at the annual general meeting. Today I am going to interview Kath, a Advisory Network member, Daniel, the CEO of Down Syndrome Victoria, Katrina, the President of the Board, and Alliston, a parent of a child with Down syndrome. I would like to introduce Kath, a Advisory Network member. Thank you for joining me. What does it mean to you to be on the Advisory Network?
Thank you for joining me today too. It means a lot actually. It helps me to gain skills that I like to get to work with other people with Down syndrome. It is wonderful to advocate for people to be part of a team. It's great that I get paid and the work is so enjoyable. I like to be a role model and help people with Down syndrome to be a leader.
You recently worked on a project about leadership. Can you tell me about the project?
The project was building leadership skills and confidence. The aim was to build social and community participation skills of people with Down syndrome. I hosted an activity for our social club, leading the group in a craft class. I chose to focus my craft skills because I'm an artist. Once a month, on a Saturday, I will do an online craft class with a social club. I came up with my own idea for the class. To grow ways to socialise and connect with people in our community during the pandemic. At the end of the project, I was able to do the presentation to the Department of Social Services. I had to present to the group of 30 people and talk about how well the project went, sharing how I increased my communication, preparation, organisation and leadership skills. I was also able to lead the group in my art class in making the paper flowers. They said next year they would like me to host another craft class.
How did you feel in presentation to the Department of Social Services?
I feel really honoured to be able to present to the department. Not many people get the opportunity. I was really excited to showcase the work I have been doing and to be a part of it and this project. I am excited to be involved in future government presentations from my advisory network colleagues and to also to have the same opportunities.
Thank you for answering my questions today.
You're welcome, Matt.
I would like to introduce Daniel Payne, the CEO of Down Syndrome at Victoria. Thank you for joining me.
You're welcome, Matt. I'm excited to be here.
The first question, why is the advisory network important to you and DSV?
Thanks, Matt. There's a couple of reasons why the advisory network's important. Firstly, our mission at Down Syndrome Victoria is to work alongside people with Down syndrome and their families to reach their potential and live the life that they choose. And as an association, it's imperative the views of people with Down syndrome are not just considered, but part of everything we do, and the advisory network certainly does that. The second reason, the advisory network I do see as developing future leaders of our organisation and community. From the experience of applying for the role, the ongoing training and development, and the work experience and opportunities that are gained, I'm excited by the growth of individuals, but also the influence this has on not only our organisation, but other people with Down syndrome. I think of parents of young children who have Down syndrome being able to see you and our other 6 employees working on the advisory network is incredibly powerful and will help shift the broader community attitudes towards people with Down syndrome.
What impact has the advisory network had on DSV so far?
Well, personally, Matt, I'll start there because I love working with you and the advisory network. So my own learning and development and job satisfaction has certainly increased as a result of the advisory network, which is not really a surprise given I get to work more with you than I did previously. When I consider our team, every one of our team has benefited from the advisory network and in various ways. So as a collective, the advisory network, I think there has been an influence, but also working with individuals within groups and various projects, which range from the health project, where we have ambassadors, we have Club 21, co-facilitation, and even yourself contributing to the accessibility working group, which is really exciting. And the list just goes on. And you may recall, Matt, when you, Madison, and I got together to discuss the recruitment process for the advisory network, we decided that we really wanted the advisory network to be a reflection of our total Victorian community, not just our 7 best public speakers. And I'm really proud of the advisory network and the group of people that we have that are representing all people with Down syndrome across Victoria. And that ranges from verbal and non-verbal, rural and regional experienced, various other lived experiences with health and employment. So it really is an exciting group that we have contributing to the advisory network.
The last question is, what's next for the advisory network yet to come?
Well, there's plenty of things yet to come, Matt. The first, I think the collective work of the advisory network to date has been amazing, but it has all been done online. So I'm really excited when we can get back to face-to-face, which includes events and the influence that the advisory network's going to have. And I've always said to you, Matt, that people would rather hear from you and about your experience of having Down syndrome than hearing from me. So I look forward to working alongside you and supporting you in the future with that. I also think having an advisory network, something that was really important was that our advisory network was paid at a full award rate. If we're not able to lead this as an organisation, how can we expect to influence potential employers of people with Down syndrome? So I am tired of hearing about workplaces celebrated for their inclusion, yet you then find out that their employees with Down syndrome are either working as volunteers or on significantly reduced or subsidised wages. So the advisory network is already having an influence with potential employers, but I think once we get back to face-to-face, that'll be increased further. I believe that out of our current advisory network that we will have one or possibly more future board positions and board members. And so we could have potentially done this earlier. However, the advisory network has created a fantastic pathway to set both individuals, the board and the organisation up for success, including confidence, which over the next couple of years, I'm excited to see how that plays out. And last but not least is with the advisory network, we are expecting that it will be a 2 to 3 year cycle of employees that will go through that opportunity, and the exciting pathway that that's created for all of our 7 current advisory network members to obtain future employment opportunities beyond DSV. So I'm excited to be working alongside you and the other team members on that.
So that is the end of the questions, and that is the time.
Great. Thanks for having me, Matt.
I would like to introduce Katrina, the president of the board. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much, Matt. It's lovely to be here.
Why is the advisory network important to you and the DSV?
I think the network, the advisory network, is incredibly important to the organisation and to the board in particular. We exist for our members, and if we don't do things that our members want, then we'll have failed. And the advice that you and your colleagues from the network have been giving us and will continue to give us will help us to make sure that what we're doing is what our members need.
What's next for the advisory network?
I would really like to see more presence of the network at the board meetings and at other events. I would also really like to see more demonstration of a lot of the leadership that I know you and the rest of the network have been building. So I'm feeling really excited about the future of the network. But you've probably got a better idea than I do of what's next for the network, Matt. So what do you think?
I think the advisory network will keep on getting for year after year, and we go shrink to shrink.
I couldn't agree more, and I'm delighted to hear that commitment from you. I think we need to keep the network going for as long as we possibly can.
Yeah. Maybe we do for the next 15 years.
At least.
Yeah, at least 15 years or more.
Yeah.
Thank you for answering my questions today.
Delighted, Matt. It's lovely to see you again.
I would like to introduce Alison, a parent of a child with Down syndrome. Thank you for joining me. What does it mean to you to see adults with Down syndrome working on a advisory network?
Thanks, Matt. I have a little boy, Ethan, who's 3, and he has Down syndrome. And I have so many hopes and dreams for him. But he's just a little boy at the moment. So it is so wonderful for me to hear about what adults with Down syndrome are doing, how they're living great lives, making choices for themselves, that have strong relationships. And it's particularly great to hear about the Down Syndrome Advisory Network, that people with Down syndrome are contributing their perspectives to Down Syndrome Australia. I think that we really need to apply the principle, nothing for us without us. And for too long, people have made assumptions about what people with Down syndrome want or like. And so it's so important that people with Down syndrome are making their own choices, including for Down Syndrome Australia.
What would you like to see the advisory network do in the future?
It's such a good question, and I've been thinking about it. I think, first of all, people on the network need to keep on living the lives that they want to live, because your lives speak for themselves, and keep making decisions for yourselves and enjoying your lives. I also think there's still so much scope in Australia for people with Down syndrome to be respected more and recognised for the valuable contribution that they make. So I think continuing to be involved in public roles and consulting with your peers and helping give a voice to the priorities of your peers. It's a very important role that you play. And I think the Down Syndrome Advisory Network is just going to go from strength to strength.
So that is all of the questions, and thank you for answering those questions for me.
Thanks, Matt. It's great to meet you.
Thank you for listening to my presentation. I will see you all in Brisbane 2024.